The moment she said it, something inside me went completely quiet. Not angry. Not loud. Not broken. Just cold. She looked me dead in the eyes during an argument and said, "Let's be honest. I'm only with you for financial security. I'm out of your league anyway." That was the exact second I stopped loving her. And the exact moment I started planning. She thought she had time. She thought I was clueless. She thought my inheritance was already hers. What she didn't know was that I was about to discover everything, and take back far more than money. I met her when my life was quiet, not flashy. I wasn't struggling, but I wasn't loud with success either. I worked, saved, invested slowly, and kept my personal matters private. I believed in stability. I believed in building, not showing. She was the opposite. She was magnetic, confident, stylish, the kind of woman who could walk into a room and instantly rearrange the energy. She had ambition, connections, and a job that put her close to people with power. I admired her drive. I respected her intelligence. Or at least, I thought I did. At first, she made me feel chosen. She said she liked that I was grounded, that I wasn't trying too hard. She talked about the future, marriage, kids, security, always emphasizing security like it was a compliment. Looking back, that word was never about love. It was about insurance. Still, I gave her trust. I gave her access. I gave her my quiet loyalty. When my father's health declined and it became known that I would soon inherit a significant estate, she suddenly became more affectionate, more patient, more present. I didn't notice the timing then. Love makes you generous with excuses. The fight started over something small. A dinner I canceled. A work commitment I couldn't move. She accused me of not prioritizing her. I told her I was under pressure. She rolled her eyes. That's when her voice changed, not loud, not emotional, just sharp. "You should be grateful I'm even here," she said. I laughed, thinking she was joking. She wasn't. "I could do way better than this. I stay because you're stable. You're safe. That's it." Then came the line that rearranged my entire life. "I'm out of your league. And you know it." She said it casually. Comfortably. Like someone revealing a truth they'd been holding back for years. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't argue. I just looked at her and nodded. That scared her more than yelling ever could. After that night, I became invisible on purpose. I didn't confront her. I didn't withdraw affection suddenly. I didn't accuse. I watched. She started guarding her phone more carefully. She took longer at work. She dressed differently. Less for me, more for someone else. When I mentioned my inheritance, how the paperwork was almost finalized, her eyes lit up in a way that had nothing to do with pride. That's when I knew. Not suspected. Knew. I didn't want guesses. I wanted facts. So I hired a private investigator. The investigator didn't need much time. 3 weeks. That's all it took for my entire relationship to collapse into evidence. Photos of her entering hotels with her boss. Videos of them holding hands in parking garages. Text messages discussing timelines. After the inheritance clears, once he signs, we won't need to pretend anymore. One message hit harder than all the rest. He thinks I love him. Just play along a little longer. I didn't cry. I printed everything. I organized it into folders. Dates, locations, transcripts. I labeled each file carefully, calmly, methodically. This wasn't heartbreak anymore. This was preparation. I realized something crucial. She wasn't waiting for love. She was waiting for access. So I gave her exactly what she wanted to see. I pretended to be excited about the inheritance. I talked about shared plans. I mentioned future investments. I let her believe her patience was paying off. Meanwhile, I quietly changed everything. I placed my inheritance into a trust. I removed her as beneficiary from anything that ever mentioned her name. I consulted lawyers, silent ones, efficient ones. I didn't protect myself emotionally. I protected myself legally. I invited her to dinner. A nice place. Expensive. Public. She smiled all evening, playing the role perfectly. She even reached for my hand. That's when I slid my phone across the table. Before dessert, I said calmly, "There's something you should see." Her smile froze. She scrolled. Photos. Messages. Dates. Her face drained of color. "You hired someone to spy on me," she whispered. "No," I corrected. "I hired someone to tell me the truth." She started crying. Apologizing. Explaining. Blaming stress. Blaming confusion. I let her talk. Then I said the one sentence she will never forget. "I know you plan to leave after the inheritance. The only mistake you made was assuming you'd be part of it." She stared at me like I had just erased her future. Because I had. She tried everything after that. Tears. Anger. Threats. Love bombing. I didn't respond. I moved out quietly. Changed my number. Cut communication through lawyers only. Her boss fired her weeks later when his wife found out, something my investigator didn't plan, but karma did. She lost the relationship. She lost the job. She lost the lifestyle she thought she was entitled to. I didn't celebrate. I healed. Revenge didn't come from yelling or destroying her publicly. It came from denying her access. It came from silence. It came from watching her realize that the man she underestimated was the only stable thing she ever had, and she gambled it away. Today, I live differently. Not louder. Not bitter. Just clearer. She taught me a lesson she never meant to. Never confuse love with convenience. Never confuse silence with weakness. And never assume someone's worth based on how quietly they move. The END.